What's going on, my crew? This is Jay, and welcome to another episode of Jay's Adventures. And in today's episode, we're actually not really going to be on this map much, but I wanted to start off here to show you guys what's going on. So I put down some walls to kind of mark off where we're going to have walls. We actually don't need that much length in walls or materials to build it. Pretty much our big things in here are going to be the tower and the bridge. I knocked down that bridge that was up there. Today I want to work on this bridge, and part of the architecture that's going to change for this particular town and for the ones in general over there and over there are going to be a major shift in what they use. So we're going to be using arches here, which means that arches have been invented as far as architecture goes. But this is sort of the path. I haven't completed it, but I really like this right here. Especially if you look at it from this angle. Whew, it looks like a little nook in the path leading up here. So when you're coming through, you're not really going to know that you're about to hit a town. And it's kind of like a secretive place. You know, you come in and then bam. There's going to be a beautiful town set up right here with this little bridge. But what I want to focus on here is I'm going to move the bridge over a little bit. So there's going to be a path leading this way and then a straight bridge to right about here. How many blocks high are we talking? That is the question. So we got 1, 2, 3. Or really, we should start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 blocks, but we'll be able to have a little bit of wiggle room here. So let's talk about a bridge design. We'll go into our creative Roman templates, in other words. Now, arches, in a way, were invented here, but not really perfected. This is the archway to the temple of Kinnear. But let's work on some arches that are not necessarily like that. Let's work on a bridge arch. So I'm thinking at this point we'll use some stone materials. That's probably going to be our best bet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to space it by 3. And your typical arch is going to look like this. Okay? Nothing real big, nothing real fancy, just a normal arch. And that looks okay when we build it like this, which has like sort of a double arched effect to it. Right? Because we've got, take out this, we've got the arch up here, but we've also got the arch here, and then we've got these pillars right here that are kind of supporting a little bit. And once we get to the dirt area, it'll be a lot better, but that's going to be an easier way to look at it. Okay, that's sort of a basic arch for a bridge. Of course, we are not basic people, so I want to sort of develop a better looking bridge. Now this is the 4, right? So our bridge is going to be just 1 above it. So if we do, we're just going to say, for the sake of saying, that it's 3. I might do 5 instead of 3, but let's just build our bridge here. Give a good idea of where everything's going to be. Okay, so now what I want to do, because it's sort of a long bridge, I want to extend a few things out. So we're actually going to do a 5 space in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Bring this up. And then we're going to bring it up above 1 above our bridge. And you'll see how this starts to work. So we're going to have the main arch right here. Right? And then if we can do this, which gives it more of a blocky feel, which I don't like. That's not really an arch. So we sort of have a choice. We can either go with this arch or close the arch a little bit sooner. Start the arch here. Go up by 1. Another here. I know I'm using the monster egg. I just realized that right now. And now, if we look at this. That's more of a bell shape. Isn't necessarily what we're looking for here. Let's time set day it. I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to go get some inspiration. And I'll be back with you guys. Alright, you guys. I'm back. So I've looked online for some arch stuff. And I found this. Now, this, of course, is not really the design I want to go with just yet. But I want to use the arch. And right now, we're dealing with an arch. That's actually not. There we go. We're dealing with an arch that's not particularly that grandiose. Of course, our bridge isn't going to be that grandiose. But what I want and what this allows us to do is give a little bit of a design in the middle. We can use polished granite or polished diorite. What I was thinking of actually using, potentially here, if we can swing it, is coal. We haven't really ever used coal, but what we can do is make a double arch. Or really, I don't even know what you would call this. But give it a little bit of a design here. And then do that. And maybe even this top part could be a different block. So what we would have is we'd have our arches right here. Right? Reconnect this up. Which that should be 5. Or no, that's 7. Okay. And then do this. Right? Right. I think. Okay, take a look at that. Not bad. Now, for the top here, there's a little bit of a design that I want to go with. So we'll start with marble here. And then we could take some stairs. See how that looks. I'm not really all that fond of it. This might be messing us up a little bit. I'm not too happy with it just yet. The thing that's throwing me off, I think, is we've got these arches, and then it doesn't seem like there's enough support here in the middle. Because what we've got is kind of a, I don't know, it's hard to explain. If we do this, though, just move it over 1, I think that'll help. And like that, and knock down this, like that. Go ahead, realign these up. Do the same for this side. Right? I think. Oh, come on. Always does this to me. Time set 0. Weather clear. If I could spell weather. Oh boy. Oops. Then do that. Now that they're a little closer together. See, that isn't too bad. I almost want to bring it even closer. And I want to do a little bit more here with these. So you know what? let me figure this out, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright, you guys, I think I've got kind of a design down. I really like what I've got so far. I'm kind of looking at this. There's a little bit too much stone, not enough color. So I do want to add a little bit more of that to the mix. The other thing I've noticed here is even though we've got this going on here, I do want to add some supports on the bottom. And where those supports are going to go is right smack in the middle. And I'm not necessarily going to use andesite, but I'm just kind of showing that there. And then what I'd like to do is do some sort of support along here to kind of keep it so that it seems level. And then, of course, repeat this on this side. So what we've got here is a little bit of a... It's very heavy, which I don't necessarily like. So maybe we might put some wood in, and let me get some dark wood here, and maybe some spruce wood. The actual wood, this being the planks. But what we've got is I've did a little less of these, put some stone, cobblestone stairs right there, which these are going to be in the water for the most part. And this whole thing right here is going to be sticking down in the water, definitely. But this is probably going to be the most that's exposed. What I want to do is here, perhaps have some pieces of wood, which kind of gives it a feel of... Oh, I really like that. Oh, boy. Oh, rain again. Weather clear. It's never just rain. It's always a thunderstorm. That's what I don't understand. And then what we'll do here is we'll actually add this at the top. But then I want to use one of those chiseled... Where is it? Where's the chiseled blocks? There we go. One of these here. Right? And then we might need some supports at that point. Let's just see what these look like. Bear with me for a second. Okay, maybe I'm not feeling that. We do need a break, though. We need a break in this arch. Why don't we put these back? And we don't want andesite, we want that. Still a little stony. But you know what we do have now? We have these other fences. So let's go with a dark oak fence instead. Kind of darken this a little bit since they are light tones. And I'd still like to see some color in here. So what we can do... Let's take out some oak leaves and some vines. Oops, don't throw the vines. And kind of put some vines down here. All around. And then off of here, what we want is to just kind of, maybe over this way. Do something like that. Which livens it up a little bit. Now, for the finishing touches here, I just kind of want to see what it looks like with water underneath. So what we'll do is we'll kind of put a perimeter around here, which may end up becoming, I guess, decoratively a bias for us, because if we have all this stone border, it may end up looking more or less pretty than we intended to naturally look, because this isn't going to be here if you can understand that. Time set 0, and then we'll just throw in our water here, just like this, and kind of see what it looks like. Now again, that one piece at the bottom there, that actually is not going to be covered in water. So again, a little bit of a bias. But it gives us a good idea of what this thing is going to look like at the end. And then walking on it, from this perspective, going to be like this. Okay? So right up here, we've got these really nice pieces here. And what we could actually do if we wanted to, and we'll see how this looks, is kind of add this, which adds even more of a structural look from this standpoint. Very stony, and we want a big structure, but from this point, not too bad. Not too bad, actually. So let me construct the other side here, kind of expand this little lake thing that we've made. And let's see how it looks as a finished product. Okay, you guys, so we finished this guy up, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm very, very happy with this bridge style. It is very strong, material-wise, but I think with the way everything is working, and if you can imagine that the stone is buried pretty deep into the ground, I think this will work well. And it looks really nice. It actually doesn't cost that many materials when we consider how much stone we already have. And all we would really need is a silk touch pick. But the amount of length of the bridge that we're talking about isn't going to be that long. It's not going to take up that much material like a wall would. I think it looks really good. Also, what really looks good is from this perspective too. When you're walking across the bridge, it just, again, looks very sturdy and very nice. And I really like it. A lot of detail here. It's good. It's a very good bridge. Now we're going to take these materials here, what we already got for the palette, and talk quickly about a wall situation. So I'm just going to quickly drum up a wall here. Just to kind of see what I can create based off that. And the wall doesn't have to be that super amazing, but I would like to, and by the way, andesite may need to be right there, but doesn't necessarily, well, I guess it might need to be here. We'll see how that looks. And this wall in particular, I want to be very sturdy. And using the similar elements to here, but we'll see. Let's get some cobblestone on the bar. I know a lot of people don't like cobblestone, but cope. It doesn't look too bad. This right here still needs a piece. Yeah, that doesn't... I like that. And then, of course, we're going to have, for right here, at the top, wherever that's going to be, which I'm probably going to place that right here. What we can do is maybe this. And then, let's get some cobblestone. Have I been using... Yeah, I've been using spruce. Let's get some dark... Or some cobblestone staircases. Where is the cobblestone staircase? There they are. Place that here. I just realized my mic may be a little bit quiet. I'm still trying to adjust to this. I don't know how long this is going to last before I just start using the headset again. I like this part. When we get to here, it gets a little, Maybe... Let's go a neutralizer. Like that. Which kind of sets the tone that this is where this stops. If we keep these going up just a little bit more, I think now we can talk about placing that... this guy right here in place with water. If we have the wall right here, imagine it right there. And I want to add another layer somewhere in here, so bear with me. And then maybe if we do that, And how are we going to top these off? Maybe we'll go... Just as a thought. I've never done this before. Definitely a different feel. I think we would definitely need this. Hey, that might work if we do... No, that causes it to need something at the bottom. Maybe if we were to use one more neutralizer. I know I'm making that word up, but... Let's do this again. Ugh, come on. See how this looks. Top. Ooh, maybe just top those off. Hey, now, I think we got something. Okay, and then what if we did... Is that too much? I think that's too much. Let's keep the cobblestone in there, but I want a little more detail in this section. So let's talk detail then. Let's grab the stone slab. Grab this. Maybe the coal, but I wanted the dark oak fence. Where could we stick the coal? Maybe right here. And then I was thinking we do something like that, and then yeah. Oh, if only we could stick a fence right there. That would make it perfect. But we've got something, guys. No, I don't like that. We have definitely got something good. And then, ooh, even if we just lay this down like this. Check that out. That is a sturdy wall. For sure. And then we just double it over on the other side. Same design. Rinse and repeat. I like this. It's a nice decorative colors and all that stuff. We put some vines and some trees stuff on it. What I like about it, though, is it gives a good flat feel. So even if you were to try to come in behind, underneath, you can't really do that because you got this going on. We got some sturdy walls, and what we're seeing here with the development of the culture is having these walls a little more high. And of course, once we actually expand the walls, make them a little taller maybe, we can start to add some archways and decorative things to them. But for right now, this looks really awesome. And it fits well with here. Kind of an opposite effect. More stone here, more of a spruce wood here. I'm really happy with it, guys. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I can't wait to start building this. I'm going to get to it right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. And either way, until next time, happy mining and crafting.